Everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Rivian. I want to say thank you to everyone who's helped us achieve 3,000 plus subscribers. This is monument. We've been running this channel for almost 3 years now. It's been a wonderful journey, so just thank you to everyone. We're going to continue making amazing videos, and we want to talk about Rivian because what Rivian has just announced, the new refresh, Rivian R1T, R1S, these are incredible. The technology within these things are incredible. Everything that Rivian has been announcing this year so far with the new vehicles that are coming to the market in 2026, 2027, with the new Rivian software, new updated second generation Rivian vehicles, this has all got me thinking Rivian is following a strategy. They're not just doing things like a normal automaker. Rivian is starting to notice that they're not just an automaker, they're a tech company as well, and they can leverage their technology to make sure that the users have absolute great connectivity, including the future of automation within driving. What is that? It's self-driving technology, and Rivian wants to expand on this. They want to invest in this fully, and I'm so thankful that Rivian is thinking in the way that I've been thinking. I've been waiting for Rivian to make these announcements for the past few years now, to see that Rivian has understood that they could be the next Tesla. They will be the next Tesla, and most likely they can do it better. So with that being said, I've always waited for a few things to invest in Rivian. One, I wanted to wait for the stock price to fall to around $10 or less, because I believe at that point, that is where the company was at fair value. And currently it's around $11 or something like that. It's still around fair value in my opinion. So that's one thing that I've waited for, was for Rivian to be at the right price. The other thing I've always waited for Rivian to realize is that they're not just an EV company, they're not just an automotive company, they're a tech company. Tesla realized this years ago when Tesla announced the self-driving software beta. It's like 5-6 years ago. And I remember watching that video on YouTube and I was like, wow, this absolutely is amazing. And to see Rivian following in that footstep or something similar, I'm so proud. But I'm also super excited because Rivian has noticed, they've realized what Tesla realized years ago. You're not just an EV company, you're a tech company. And Tesla's building a robot now, in case you haven't noticed. So Rivian is starting to realize that the real intellectual property is within your own domain. So Rivian has gone extra independent. They're building their own software. They're not relying on Google Auto or Google Automotive. They're not relying on Apple CarPlay. They're building their own software within the Rivian itself, their own software for their users. But also other things such as the Rivian charging stations, the Rivian Adventure Network. That's also their intellectual property. Another very useful thing that they're building out, and they will continue to build out this infrastructure, something that they own fully. Another thing is what they recently announced was the self-driving software that they're developing within these vehicles now. Again, this is something that they can leverage for themselves. IP, their own intellectual property, which will make the company overall more valuable to investors and more approachable as well. It makes them more independent, and that's the way to go at the moment. That's the appropriate thing to do. So these are the refresh R1S and R1T. These are the second generation vehicles by Rivian. The R2 and the R3 and R3X, they're the next generation Rivian vehicles at significantly more affordable price point. $45,000 starting price for the R2. This vehicle is going to do very well, especially in the US and into South America, Europe, onwards. The R3, I can see that doing particularly well, especially with people like me, because if you love an adventure and something that's a bit more sleek, it's kind of perfect. Now, when I saw the R3, I'm not sure if it had these tires at the time, these rims, but wow. Now, that's purely Rivian right there. That's what I really like. And Rivian is going into a retro type of look, and that's really fantastic because they've managed to make it still Rivian, but with a bit of retro. So one thing that I do also appreciate is the fact that they've come with an interior update, an exterior update also. So some new touches to these Rivian vehicles for sure. And I really like these touches. And I think people within the Rivian community will really appreciate what Rivian is trying to do. I couldn't be any more proud of this brand. I am telling you, I could not be any more proud of this company of what they're trying to do. Not to mention, these vehicles are apparently super fast at the moment. Apparently, these vehicles, at the highest trim, it can do like 0 to 60, 2.5 seconds. That's remarkable. So, meet the lineup. These are some of what they can offer. You want an R1T Adventure dual standard, 270 miles, 0 to 64.5 seconds. That's still incredibly fast, by the way, over 533 brake horsepower. By the way, I really like how they've designed this website. They just made it so simple to understand and so simple to navigate. Look at that. So, with the fastest one, it's the R1T Accent Quad Max. Oh my goodness, over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. Remarkable. Deliveries begin in 2025, so you got to wait a little bit of a time before you can get that. There's also the R1T Accent Trimax, so 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds and 850 brake horsepower with 380 miles of estimated range. That's remarkable. So it really makes the dual standard looks like a baby almost, if I'm being completely honest. But isn't that remarkable? By the way, this is just the R1T. So we can go to the R1S and you will get something fairly similar, I'm hoping. Wow, over 410 estimated range. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds, 7-seater, all-wheel drive. So it's an absolute beast on wheels, and it just makes me super excited to be a part of this company and to be following this company for quite some time. It's quite a step. It's quite a step into the right direction. But perhaps one of the things that I'm most excited about is the autonomy. It's the autonomy that I'm super excited about. I've seen a demo of this vehicle. I've seen a demo of the autonomous software, and it's blowing my mind how beautiful it already looks. So this is Rivian Autonomy. This is what they've been working on, and it is exciting. So up to 10 high-res cameras, 5 radars, 360 visibility, and a 10-second visibility ahead. 10 seconds ahead. This car can see 10 seconds ahead. So get a hand with driving. This is what it might look like on the Rivian dashboard, by the way. You know, I'm a tech person. I love technology to the core. Software, computers, all of that. UI, UX designing, that's all me. Animation, that's all me. So everything that Rivian is doing right now, I'm geeking out. I'm geeking out about all of this because I like what I'm seeing in all different aspects. I love everything that they're doing right here. It looks beautiful. It absolutely looks amazing. I gotta say, I really appreciate this. Look at that. That is the technology we've been waiting for. That is the technology we've been waiting for, ladies and gents. That's not an understatement. It is really exciting what Rivian has been working on, and I can't wait for these vehicles to touch Europe. Seriously, I cannot wait. Now I'm getting super excited. Rivian is not just going to be a Rivian company anymore. This following of Rivian is going to explode. You know, they're going to have their own cult following similar to Tesla. I'm not even joking. They already do to a certain extent, but it's going to get even more intense because Rivian Autonomy Platform Plus, our advanced driver assistant feature, are ever evolving. Through 2024, enjoy Rivian Autonomy Platform Plus at no extra cost. At no extra cost. By the way, it doesn't say anything about it being a beta. So, how advanced is this driving software? Is it mostly for cruising on the highway, or can you use it around town? Can you use it similar to what Tesla FSD is doing? Maybe not that advanced yet. Obviously, the current Tesla self-driving software has been out for a few years now. It is advanced in so many ways. So, in terms of the features for the Rivian Autonomy Platform Plus, lane change on command, driver comfort assist, enhanced highway assist. Those are the features that are expected in late 2024, summer 2024 as well, and expected in 2025, which is driving comfort assist. Intelligently adjust your speed and lane position based on traffic conditions or other cars around you. So the one that's coming first is lane change on command. Turn on the blinker and your vehicle will change lane when the time is right. Enhance highway assistant, late 2024. On ramp, off ramp. Use highway assist for lower periods and get more intelligent detective features. On ramp to off ramp. Use highway assist for longer periods and get more intelligent detection features. Okay, would someone explain what that means? Yeah, could somebody explain what that means? Flow with traffic pattern. Now that I do like. I love patterns. My goodness, this is quite exciting in so many ways. I cannot I cannot stress enough how excited I've been waiting for Rivian to announce something like this, because this tells me that they're competing with Tesla now. They've probably already known it. They've probably always known it. And something told me that Elon Musk knew it as well, because he's always taken Rivian very serious. Whenever he says something regarding Rivian, it's always taken very serious, the way how he sets it across. This always tells me that he takes Rivian as a serious competitor, and he knows where Rivian is now. Tesla was there back in 2015, 2016. He knows this. So he knows Rivian is probably 5, 6, 7 years away from being where Tesla is today. 5, 6, 7 years away. I am telling you, it is going to be remarkable. So, some other features for the Autonomy platform: highway assist, adaptive cruise control, lane change assist, highway high beams, park assist, dynamic brake support, lane keeping assist, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic warning, forward collision warning, 360 views. Remarkable. This is the first step we take for going into autonomy with Rivian, and it will only continue to get better from here on out. Like I said, it's still a long way from where Tesla is, of course, because Rivian is just starting this, but you have to start somewhere, and this is a brilliant place to start for Rivian. I mean, just look at that. Just look at that. I really appreciate what Rivian is doing with the interior. I must say, it's a refresh. It's a refresh, and it looks wonderful. And I've never really been a huge fan of American vehicles, but I would always say, I started liking Tesla a few years ago, more than a few years ago. It's been a while since I started liking Tesla, like 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011. I started liking Tesla a long time ago now, but also Rivian now. I'm starting to like Rivian. More than like, I'm starting to really, really like Rivian. So the fastest R1S, the Accent Quad Max, 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. You see, with R1T, it was 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, probably due to weight, if I'm being completely honest. I wouldn't be surprised if the R1S weighs a lot more than the R1T. The R1T is, of course, it's a pickup, so it's built a little bit different, but still over 1,000 brake horsepower. A mighty dragon. And with over 410 estimated range, wow, absolutely incredible. Beginning deliveries in 2025. Remarkable. And by the way, you can see these vehicles are not cheap. Even with the R1S Accent Trimax, you're looking at over $105,000. So yeah, they're going to offer you great performance, but it's going to be incredibly expensive for the few enthusiasts who wants to buy these vehicles. And I can tell that these vehicles are going to sell extremely well. They're going to sell extremely well. Rivian is doing what Tesla did 3, 4, 5 years ago. Tesla started adding some crazy stuff to their cars, not just self-driving software, assisted driving software, but also performance boosts, crazy performance boosts. And that kicked off a wave in the EV world. And here you go, Rivian is following it. And they're showing that, yeah, we can also make our vehicles as fast as a Bugatti 0 to 60. 0 to 60, these vehicles are as fast as a Bugatti. That is wild. Tell me that 2010, 2009. I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have understood it in the first place. But now I understand everything. It makes perfect sense. Electric vehicles and gasoline vehicles are vastly different, and you have to appreciate them in their differences. Another thing that I really appreciate is Rivian animation and art style. I must say, I'm an artist myself. I really appreciate what Rivian is doing here, especially with some of these will be in the interior, in the UI. That's exciting. And Rivian has definitely done some upgrades to its UI. The software upgrades that Rivian has added recently, they're definitely smooth, beautiful, simple, just truly wonderful. It's really like taking everything into the 21st century, if I'm being completely honest, with Rivian's, upgraded software that's coming to the vehicles. It really is taking the brand into a new stratosphere, into a new zone of what is it to be an EV company. It's like I said, it's not just an EV company anymore. It's a technology company, seriously. And Rivian being a technology company, it's incredibly exciting. So this is what it would look like with the in-car UI, with the UI and UX, the user experience and user interface. Looks wonderful, if I'm being completely honest. This is something that I can interact with and I can be amused. I can be entertained. I can really fall in love with this thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm already really loving the cars in all capacities, but now the software is winning me over, and I've never used the software before. But I remember when the Rivian vehicles first hit the market like 2, 3 years ago, and the software was really new. It still needed some improvements there and there, but they've done tremendous work to get the company to where it is right now. They've really done tremendous work. So it's many things that we can be proud of. So this is what the exterior looked like, the updated exterior. And I must say, it's small differences, but they're notable. There are definitely notable differences. But these vehicles are also coming with more cost efficiency. If they're easier to build, take less time to build, cost less money to build, Rivian is able to make a lot more money selling these vehicles. That's a great business. It's optimizing for efficiency. They could sell less vehicles and make more money in revenue and profit. That's remarkable. And like I said, the highest performance vehicles from Rivian right now, they're not cheap. 100 grand upwards, they're not cheap. I've got no problems with that. I'm a shareholder, so I'm excited for that. But it's not like they're offering crazy, amazing performance vehicles for super cheap. No, sir. These vehicles, they cost a pretty penny. And they look extremely wonderful. So these are some of the interior trims, so I'm not sure what material that is. I'm not sure if it's oak or walnut. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a darker kind of wood and it looks really nice. While this one is a bit more light. So I think that might be oak actually. So it's a bit more light. I have no idea what this is, but I don't want to say anything that I could be completely wrong. But here's some of the colors apparently. So they have walnut wood, they have brown ash wood, and they have ocean coast with driftwood. This is probably driftwood. And this is probably brown ash, I think. This is probably the walnut wood. Yeah. So it's not oak. See, I was wrong. But close enough, I must say. So this, like I said, this is the second generation Rivian R1T Generation 2. It's literally in the name right there, Generation 2. It's widely acceptable. These are the second generation Rivian vehicles from the R1T and R1S. And it's quite exciting. It's just like the iPhone. The iPhone goes through generations, and that's okay. That's okay. A little facelift, interior differences, software differences, who knows what else they've changed in these vehicles to optimize for efficiency and to make sure they can build them for cheaper while maintaining the same degree of value and quality, or even increase the quality of these vehicles while lowering the cost to build the vehicles. And of course, optimizing for efficiency, baby. That's the name of the game. But this is the future, isn't it, ladies and gents? So I believe this is the R3X. This is what I'm excited about, if I'm being completely honest. The R3X. Something like this I would get for camping, for adventure. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's It's real nice. It's a crossover SUV, isn't it? That's what it is. It's a crossover SUV. But listen, so many things that were announced for Rivian. I'm super excited for the brand right now. I'm extremely excited. Now, just before we end the video, in saying all of this, the stock price have been rebounded in the last month for sure, going from as low as $9.95 to as high as $11.87. Quite remarkable from Rivian. It's really good to see because it hasn't been easy. You know, the stock price was going down quite a lot. People were starting to panic. I was celebrating. I was buying cheap stock, as I do, as I enjoy doing. Like I said, I waited a long time to see the stock price of this company hit below $10. And anything below $10 is incredibly cheap. So thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.